Greetings fellow Decepticons, Soundblaster1987 here with another McFarlane Toys review. Today I'll be looking at Lord Voldemort, the main villain of the Harry Potter franchise. This was one of only 5 McFarlane figures for the Harry Potter franchise, all of which, with the exception of one, coming from the Deathly Hallows Part 2 movie. As you can see, here is Voldemort in his pure black robe from when 6 of his 7 Horcruxes were destroyed. Because when he was first resurrected in the Goblet of Fire, his robes were a very dark shade of green, but he lost each shade of green with every Horcrux that was destroyed, until Nagini was the only one left, at which point Voldemort was just in a pure black robe, like Darth Sidious almost. So, as you can see here, Voldemort is very faithfully represented, complete with a load of visible tampographed veins and such on his bald head, and the snake-like nose slits in place of a, normal nose. There is a fully posable 22 points of articulation McFarlane body type under here, as you can see if I carefully disengage the velcro of the robes here. So you can see Voldemort is fully posable underneath this robe. He's not like the Mattel Barbie doll figure that came out a few years ago. There was almost all looks and no posability. So, for articulation, Voldemort has got the usual McFarlane universal neck movement, a couple of ball joint sockets and such. Then there's the usual mid-torso ab crunch ball joints and such. Universal shoulders, which are slightly restricted by the fabric of the robes. Then a faux ratchet outward joint on the shoulder as well. No bicep swivel that I can tell because the sleeves of the robe seem to get in the way. There is a cut for it, but it doesn't seem to work very well. Then a usual McFarlane faux ratchet double elbow joint. Universal wrists. Universal hips as well, also slightly restricted because it's sort of halfway between the modern McFarlane figures and the old Mattel DC Universe collectible figures in terms of the way the joints are structured, so there's no thigh swivel cut on this Voldemort figure. But you do get a faux ratchet double knee joint. And universal ankles. There is also a toe hinge on Voldemort, but because of the sculpting of the feet and such like, I can't quite get that to work properly at the minute. Voldemort's main accessories are the Elder Wand, which he stole from Dumbledore's tomb in the Deathly Hallows Part 1. A display stand with additional support clips on the back to hold the weight of Voldemort being a bit back heavy. And Nagini the Snake. Nagini has some points of articulation to her as well. 360 degree friction swivel of the head, as well as another one at this end of the neck, like so, and one at the base of the coil as well. So you can reposition her to your liking, although only to a certain extent. Because of the, realistic proportions of a snake in this kind of configuration. So I typically keep her in this kind of pose. As always, there is a peg on the display stand that goes into a port on Voldemort's foot, but be extremely careful with this kind of thing, because if it falls off a shelf while still stuck on the display stand, the peg could break off in its foot and you'll need tweezers to get it out again, as I've already proven in my Black Lantern Firestorm review, link in the description. So, for size comparison, here is Voldemort next to BST AXN Raphael from the Ninja Turtles franchise. As you can see, 5-inch Raphael versus 7-inch Voldemort. Raphael is taller than Nagini, but shorter than Voldemort. I'll leave a link to Raphael's review in the description below, since he's going to be my next review altogether. That more or less concludes my review of McFarlane Toys Voldemort and Nagini. I have been Soundblaster1987, thanks again for watching. And I'll be, back next time with my review of BST AXN Raphael from the Ninja Turtles line, my first ever Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy review. Till then, till all are one. Mischief managed. Avada Kedavra!